All right, today we're diving deep into a stack of job postings from New Caledonia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
like taking a pulse check on this island nation.
Yeah.
What skills are they looking for? What does it tell us about their economy and their future?
It's so fascinating to see how these postings reflect not just individual needs, but like these broader trends shaping New Caledonia.
Yeah.
We're talking like economic shifts, political considerations, even like cultural nuances.
Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's give our listeners some context.
Okay.
New Caledonia isn't your typical island paradise.
Right.
Um, it's got its own legal system, its own currency.
Hmm.
It's a unique blend of French and Melanesian cultures.
Exactly. And that blend is key to understanding these job postings.
Yeah.
It's not just about like technical skills.
Right.
It's about finding people who can thrive in this complex environment.
Okay, so first impression, a lot of these postings are in healthcare and social work.
Yeah.
Is New Caledonia going through a healthcare boom?
Well, it's more nuanced than a simple boom.
Okay.
They're definitely expanding healthcare services,
Right.
but it's likely driven by like several factors.
Like what? Give me the inside scoop.
Well, for one, they have a growing population,
Yeah.
and like many places, they're seeing an increase in demand for aged care and specialized services.
Oh, okay. So it's not just filling existing gaps. It's about anticipating future needs, too.
Precisely. And this need is reflected in specific postings. Take the one for a nurse at the UPS in Theo.
The what?
UPS.
Okay.
That's the Union for Prophylaxis and Social Action in Health, by the way.
Ah, thanks for decoding that.
Sure.
What's so special about this posting?
Well, Theo is a more remote area,
Okay.
and the posting emphasizes community health and emergency experience. It suggests they need healthcare professionals who are comfortable working in like challenging environments with limited resources.
That paints a vivid picture.
Yeah,
It's not just about clinical skills. It's about being adaptable and community-minded.
exactly. And that focus on local context is a recurring theme throughout these postings.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not enough to have the right qualifications. You need to understand the specific challenges and cultural landscape of New Caledonia.
You're catching on quickly.
Okay.
Now, alongside the healthcare focus, we also see a significant demand for tech talent.
Okay.
Software developers, cloud infrastructure specialists.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear they're investing heavily in digitalization.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Every economy needs a strong digital backbone these days.
Right.
But what's interesting is that some of these tech roles are very specific.
Yeah.
Like this one for a conceptor developer H-Access.
Yeah, that translates roughly to an HR access developer.
Okay.
They're looking for someone who can design and develop solutions using specific software, likely for managing human resources within the government.
So not just any tech ways. Well, do they need experience with the systems New Caledonia already has in place?
Exactly. And another tech posting that caught my eye was for a cloud infrastructure specialist.
Okay.
They're emphasizing open source software and proactive cybersecurity.
Sounds like they're building a secure and flexible digital infrastructure.
Hmm.
But why the focus on open source?
Hmm.
Is that a budget thing?
It could be open source software can be more cost effective,
Yeah.
but it also allows for greater control and customization.
Okay.
It suggests they're being strategic about how they build their digital capabilities.
So it's not just about adopting the latest tech. It's about finding solutions that fit their unique needs and priorities.
Precisely. Now, what's interesting is that alongside these modern tech roles, we're also seeing postings for positions in more traditional sectors, like mining and agriculture.
Oh, that's an interesting juxtaposition.
Yeah,
Like they're trying to balance the old and the new.
exactly. And there's one posting that perfectly illustrates this, the Mines and Quarries Inspector.
Oh, wow.
They're looking for someone with technical expertise in mining regulations,
Mm-hmm.
but also strong community engagement skills.
That's a curious combination.
Yeah.
Why would a mines inspector need to be good at community engagement?
Well, because mining, especially in a place like New Caledonia, can be a sensitive issue.
Right.
They need someone who can ensure compliance with regulations while also navigating potential social and environmental concerns.
Makes sense. It's about finding a balance between economic activity and responsible resource management.
Right. And it highlights another crucial element woven throughout these job postings,
Okay.
the importance of soft skills.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about technical proficiency.
Right.
It's about communication, collaboration, and cultural sensitivity.
So New Caledonia isn't just looking for skilled workers. They're looking for people who can navigate their unique social and political landscape.
Exactly. And that brings us to another intriguing aspect of these postings,
Okay.
the emphasis on local experience.
I noticed that too. A lot of the postings either require or strongly prefer experience working in New Caledonia.
Yeah.
Why is that so important?
Well, remember that blend of French and Melanesian cultures we talked about?
Uh-huh.
Hiring someone who already understands the nuances of this environment, who can navigate the cultural landscape, is incredibly valuable.
It's like having a local guide who can help you understand not just what to do, but how to do it in a way that's sensitive and respectful.
Precisely. And this applies to any field,
Yeah.
from healthcare to tech to mining.
Okay.
Cultural awareness is key to success in New Caledonia.
Okay, so we've seen the demand for healthcare and tech professionals, the focus on local expertise and the importance of soft skills.
Right.
But there's something else lurking beneath the surface of these postings,
Okay.
a sense of urgency, a desire to build something new.
You're picking up on a crucial element. These postings aren't just about filling vacancies. They're about shaping a future for New Caledonia.
It's like they're saying, we're not just looking for employees, we're looking for partners in building the New Caledonia of tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. These postings are like a call to action, an invitation to be a part of something bigger.
And speaking of building, there's this fascinating emphasis on leadership and team development.
Uh-huh.
It's not just about individual skills, it's about creating a thriving workplace culture.
You're right. Look at this posting for a responsible administratif.
Okay?
That's an administrative manager
Right.
at the Direction Provinciale de l'Action Sanitaire et Sociale,
Right.
which oversees health and social services.
Okay, I'll trust you on the French translations.
Yeah.
What makes this posting stand out?
Well, they're not just looking for someone to like manage budgets and resources.
Right.
They want someone who can stimulate, guide, motivate, and promote the development of competencies within their team.
Wow, that's a tall order.
Yeah.
It's like they're looking for a coach, a mentor,
Mm-hmm.
a leader who can foster growth and collaboration.
Exactly. It speaks to the importance they place on creating like a positive and supportive work environment.
All right.
One where employees are encouraged to like learn and develop their skills.
And the focus on soft skills seems to be everywhere, even in the tech roles.
Right.
Remember that cloud infrastructure specialist posting?
Yeah.
It specifically mentioned strong communication skills and the ability to collaborate effectively with diverse teams.
It's a reminder that even in highly technical fields,
Yeah.
interpersonal skills are essential.
Yeah.
Building a strong team, communicating effectively, and working collaboratively are critical for success in any organization.
It's like that saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
I like that. And speaking of going far, let's shift gears for a moment and look at a posting that's a bit more unexpected.
Okay.
This one is for Responsable de la sécurité des systèmes d'information et des services des opérations et de la gestion de crise.
Okay, you're going to have to break that down for me.
Right.
What exactly does that mean?
In essence, it's the person responsible for cybersecurity at the government's Crisis Management Center.
Okay.
They're looking for someone who can not only maintain their systems, but also develop tools for decision-making and crisis management.
So not just a tech whiz,
Right.
but a strategic thinker who can use technology to respond to emergencies.
Yeah.
That's a high-pressure role.
It is.
Hmm.
And it highlights the importance New Caledonia places on cybersecurity and crisis preparedness.
Yeah.
They're investing in someone who can protect their critical infrastructure and help
Well,
them respond effectively to like potential threats.
it's like they're assembling a team of digital superheroes ready to defend the island from any cyber attack.
Now, let's not get carried away.
Okay.
But you're right. It's a crucial role in today's interconnected world.
Okay, before we move on, there's one more posting I want to highlight.
Okay.
It's for a gestionnaire administratif des ressources humaines at the Direction des Affaires Vétérinaires Alimentaires et Rurales.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
But in essence, it's an HR administrator responsible for managing personnel files, logistics, and even collaborating on no-code software development.
Wait, no-code software development?
Yeah.
What's that about?
It's a fascinating detail.
Yep.
No-code platforms allow people without extensive programming knowledge to build simple applications. Yeah. It suggests that even government agencies in New Caledonia are looking for ways to streamline their processes and leverage technology to improve efficiency.
So they're not just hiring for specific skills, they're looking for people who can adapt, learn new things, and embrace innovation.
Exactly. It speaks to a forward-thinking mindset, a willingness to experiment with new approaches, and that's a positive sign for any organization.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Healthcare tech mining,
Mm-hmm.
even a bit of crisis management and no-code software development.
Yeah.
But looking at all these postings together, there's a clear theme emerging.
Mm-hmm.
The need for skilled professionals who can contribute to New Caledonia's development.
You're absolutely right. And it goes beyond simply filling existing roles.
Yeah.
These postings suggest like a desire to build capacity to invest in the human capital that will drive New Caledonia's future.
It's like they're laying the foundation for something big, something transformative. But
Yeah.
what exactly is that something? What's the ultimate goal?
Well, to answer that, we need to look beyond individual job descriptions
Okay.
and consider the bigger picture. What challenges is New Caledonia facing, and how are these postings trying to address them?
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads us perfectly into the final part of our deep dive,
Okay.
where we'll explore the underlying forces shaping New Caledonia's job market and what it all means for the future of this island nation. All right, so we've seen the what, the specific skills and roles in demand. Now let's dig into the why. What's driving these hiring trends in New Caledonia?
Well, if we zoom out and look at the bigger picture, New Caledonia is at a fascinating crossroads. They're grappling with like global economic shifts, the need for skilled professionals, and this desire to balance growth with sustainability and social well-being.
It sounds like they're trying to chart their own unique path forward.
Yeah,
These job postings are like clues hinting at the direction they want to take.
precisely. One of the key challenges they're facing is economic diversification.
Okay.
Their economy has historically been heavily reliant on nickel mining.
Right. I remember reading that New Caledonia is one of the world's largest nickel producers. But it sounds like they're trying to move away from that dependence.
Exactly. Nickel prices can be volatile, and relying too heavily on a single industry can make an economy vulnerable.
Right.
These job postings suggest they're trying to broaden their economic base.
So the push for tech talent, the emphasis on building digital infrastructure, it's all part of this diversification strategy.
It seems so. They're investing in industries that are less reliant on natural resources and more aligned with the global knowledge economy. It's about creating a more resilient and adaptable economy for the future.
That makes sense. And it ties into another factor we touched on earlier, their relationship with France.
Yes. New Caledonia has a complex political status.
Yeah.
They're a French territory, but with a strong push for greater autonomy.
And how does that play into the job market?
Well, there's this drive for self-sufficiency, for building local expertise and capacity. Many of these postings, especially in technical and administrative roles, suggest a desire to reduce their reliance on outside expertise.
So it's not just about economic diversification, it's also about asserting their own identity and building a stronger foundation for the future.
Exactly. And it's not just about bringing in new talent.
Yeah.
They're also focused on cultivating skills from within.
Right.
We see this in the postings for ingénieur formations, education engineers who design and develop training programs.
It's like they're saying, we're not just importing talent, we're creating it.
Precisely. It's a long-term investment in their workforce, ensuring they have the skills and knowledge to drive their own development.
This all paints a fascinating picture of a society in transition, trying to navigate complex challenges and shape its own destiny.
And that's what makes these job postings so intriguing. They're not just about filling vacancies. They're a window into New Caledonia's ambitions, their aspirations for the future.
It makes you wonder, will they succeed?
Yeah.
What obstacles will they face along the way?
Those are the questions worth pondering. There are certainly challenges ahead: economic uncertainties, political complexities, the ever-evolving global landscape. But these job postings offer a glimpse of their strategy, their commitment to building a more resilient, diversified, and self-sufficient New Caledonia.
So while we can't predict the future, these job postings give us a fascinating insight into the forces at play and the direction New Caledonia is heading. It's a story that's still being written, and we'll be watching with keen interest to see how it unfolds.